Greetings. Professor Hobo here with a HOBOTECH nose, brand new entry to the flexible solar panel market. Now, some of you love flexible solar panels and some of you hate them. Some of you say they're great, others say they're junk. We have one of the least expensive flex panels you can buy on Amazon here, but that doesn't mean it's junk. It's made with some of the highest quality cells that are actually made in America. Let's check it out.
HOBOTECH.
Now, before we continue, we're going to remove the plastic film that covers the solar panel. This is my favorite part. You guys want some ASMR? Let's peel this one the other way. And we got a couple of twist ties to undo. As you can see, it's a standard solar panel with standard MC4 connectors. Now, the only other thing in the box is the user manual. We'll go over that very briefly. Tells you about the limited warranty, safety precautions, specifications, how to do a series connection, how to do parallel connections. Tells you, like, don't overload the panel and stuff, how to mount it, what the operating temperatures are. Take and put. You can tell this has been translated from Chinese. Mounting configurations, talking about how to glue down the panel, how to handle it, how to clean it, and talks about the 18-month warranty. And then you can contact BougeRV@gmail.com or their website for more information. And then they include this gift card that says if you contact BougeRV@gmail and give them your order ID, that they'll send you a free gift, which is a MC4 installation kit. That's kind of cool for a free gift. And for those of you that want to know the nerdy specifications, there you go. So let's talk about some of the features of this solar panel. Now, this is a 100-watt monocrystalline flex panel. You can flex it up to 30 degrees. It's made with SunPower brand, made in the USA, grade A cells. So these are some of the best cells in the industry that go into this panel. This company, BougeRV, I believe, is based in the United Kingdom, but the cells in the panel are made here in the States. So you use an extra thick PET coating on this, which is better than industry standard, and PET stands for polyethylene terephthalate. It's a common material for flex panels. They promise that this coating is stronger and delaminates less than other flex panels that use PET technology. Now, another amazing thing for a flex panel is to claim 22 to 25% efficiency. Most of these are not that efficient because that's just the way the surfaces are. They also use stainless steel grommets on the corners and a water-resistant junction box. So this is fine to be out in the weather, of course. Now, in this little box, it also contains both blocking and bypass diodes. Now, blocking diodes will prevent if this panel's in the shade and you have other panels that are not in the shade, it prevents this panel from heating up when current flows backwards through it. Because what happens if this is shaded and you're in series with another panel that's in the sun, this could actually revert, the power can actually go through the panel and heat up the cells, destroying them. So this does have a blocking diode. And the bypass diode works is if this panel's shaded, the power will just pass right through these cables. It'll just go right through the box and back out. It won't interact with the solar panel, lowering your voltage. Now, this is pretty common for all modern solar panels now, but there are a lot of flex panels out there and cheaper glass-based panels that do not use both bypass and blocking diodes. So specifications, it's 41.3 by 21.3 by 0.09 inches. And weight is 5.7 pounds. And as mentioned in the manual, BougeRV offers an 18-month warranty with these panels, and that includes any defects in workmanship, delamination, anything like that. So 18 months, no problem. Now, this panel is made with SunPower cells, and SunPower cells are the only ones in the industry that have copper backing. So behind the cells is a sheet of copper, and that does two things. It provides less electrical resistance, and it also provides really good corrosion resistance. Say you're going to use this on a boat or in a marine environment, these are guaranteed to not corrode. from behind like other solar panels. Now, another quirk of this solar panel, which is different from other solar panels, is that in between the cells are hardened connections. They're heavy-duty connections between the cells, so that as you flex the panel over time, those connections don't break. In cheaper flex panels, these connections between the cells can break, and then the cell will stop working. In fact, usually the whole row would stop working. And that's one of the reasons why these flex panels fail so often, is because the connections between the cells will actually break and it kills the panel. Now, I'm going to show you a picture on the screen of what I'm talking about, but let me zoom in and you can actually see almost the entire width of the cell has a connection. Now, I don't know if you guys can see this or not, but between here to there is silver. If you can see that silver stripe, that's a reinforced connection between these two cells. And the last quirk of these panels is that they do not have lines going through them like other flex panels. What that does is that increases the surface area for the cells to actually absorb sunlight. That's how these are so highly efficient. I challenge you, go on Amazon right now and do a search for flex solar panel. Almost all of them, except for SunPower and BougeRV, are gonna have extra silvery lines going through all the cells. So not having any of the extra lines going through makes these more efficient. So what do I like about this solar panel compared to other flex panels? It's certainly thicker and heavier. Like, it actually feels significantly heavier and is a little bit thicker if you look at it on edge than most other panels of the same class. Another thing that I like is the color scheme here. You got white, pretty much white on black. So it might look a little bit bluish because the sky's reflecting off the panel right now, but the cells themselves are black, so it actually looks pretty good. I also like the longer than standard warranty. Most of the time you get a 90-day warranty, sometimes 1-year warranty on these types of panels. They offer an 18-month warranty. I know what you guys want to see next. You want to see this thing in action. So the professor here is going to hook up some meters and we're going to show you some nerdy numbers for all you guys out there who like that thing. And we're going to compare this to other solar panels. Today is a pretty clear day. I have direct sunlight here, so let's get to it. So what we got going on here is this is the BougeRV 100-watt solar panel, and we have the Solar Saga 100 by Jackery. They're both pointed directly at the sun. I have cable running directly from this panel and a cable running directly from this panel coming up onto this table. Give you a little quick zoom to show you what the panels look like out there. So there are the panels out there pointed at the sun. And we have here our Jackery Explorer 500. And we're going to use this to show you the charging difference between these two solar panels. Okay, so how we have this set up, this is my typical MC4 extension cord that I use for my solar panels, my ground deploy panels. If you want more information about my ground deploy kit, go back a few videos, you'll see a popular video about my solar setup. And this is the adapter that you need if you want to charge a Jackery product with a regular solar panel. So it's MC4 on one side and it's 8mm on the other side. Now that's what that's called, it's 8mm plug. Fits right into the input of the Jackery. So we just plug this in. You can't plug this in wrong because it can only go one way. We plug this into our extension cord and then we plug it into our Jackery Explorer 500 and we see what kind of charging we get. Okay, you guys can see that? It says 54 watts. Now I have this discharged down to 74% so that the Jackery Explorer 500 will take its maximum charge. So let's go ahead and plug in the Solar Saga 100 by Jackery and see what the charging difference is. Now this is 54 watts from the BougeRV solar panel. Okay, let's go ahead and plug in the Solar Saga 100 by Jackery. 52 watts. So let's go ahead and plug in the BougeRV again. 54 watts. So we actually end up with 2 watts more from the BougeRV flex panel. Then again, it's not as portable as the Jackery. The Jackery does fold up and it's actually lighter than the BougeRV panel. But the comparison's close enough. It's only a 2-watt difference. So let's get something else that has an MPPT charger. Now the Jackery Explorer 500 only has a PWM or pulse width modulation controller on it, which means it doesn't really use the voltage properly to make as many watts as it can. An MPPT controller, on the other hand, uses all available voltage to make all the available watts. So let's go get something that will use all available watts, and we'll see the real difference between these two panels. You can see in the background there, I have them both tilted exactly the same now. And I also wiped them both off so there's no dirt or dust on either one. So I have this MaxOak BougeRV portable power station, aka solar generator, which has an MPPT controller in it. I haven't done a review on this yet. I'm still testing it. Stay tuned. I am going to have a review on this with a really big discount for you. The way this works is this machine works a lot better if you chain solar panels together. So what I did is I took the Jackery Solar Saga 100 and the BougeRV 100 and I put them in series. So now we have a series connection of 2 solar panels, and we're going to see what kind of wattage we get out of these two. I'm not sure if you can read it or not, but it currently says 110 watts. And it will slowly climb as the MPPT controller kicks in and adjusts the voltage. It looks like we're getting about 110. Now we are later in the evening here. We're probably about 3 o'clock, maybe 4 o'clock in the evening. And we also had some recent fires. So we're not getting 100% from these panels. Now before you ask, I did try running the 2 panels in series to charge my Jackery Explorer 500, but the voltage is too high. It's over 30 volts. When you combine the 2 panels together in direct sunlight, it's too much for this. Okay, I know a few of you are going to freak out and ask me all kinds of questions about this device. I'm not going to answer any of them really until I do a full review on it. I'm almost done. I might have this review done in the next week or so. If you want to see details about this, you can go to, I'll put a link in the description below to this MaxOak BougeRV. It's a 1500 watt hour. It's huge. It's got a 1000 watt inverter on it. So a lot of you guys are chomping at the bits waiting for my review on this. If you can't wait, go to the link below, use the code BougeRV 2019, and get it for, I think it's 1100 and change to get this if you really want it now and you don't want to wait for that review. So let me show you what I did, because in order to test these panels individually, I need to hook them up to an MPPT controller. This doesn't seem to like lower voltage. This likes to have panels series together, but I can test individual panels using my new Renogy MPPT lithium controller that I have on board the van. So what I did was I just ran this extension to the extension in my van, plugged into the back through the rear door. If you guys want to see that, the installation of that Renogy controller, there's a few videos back, you can check that out. I have the 2 panels now facing the sun. Now it's been about an hour, so I had to move the panels. We're getting close to 4:30 p.m., so we're not getting maximum power. However, I'll show you right now, the BougeRV 100 watt solar panel is putting out, now this is the app for the Renogy controller. You can see it's putting out 69 watts. That's not too bad for being 4:30 in the afternoon with a little bit of haze in the sky from recent fires. So let's switch over from the BougeRV solar panel to the Jackery Solar Saga 100 panel and see what the difference is. And for those of you that are completely lost as to what I just did, is I took this extension cord and I plugged it into this. This goes through the door of my van into the Renogy solar controller that is plugged into my Battleborns. So I disconnected my shore power so that my battery charger wouldn't be charging the battery. So really what's happening is the only power coming in right now on that solar controller is from the 1 solar panel I have hooked up. So let's go ahead and switch over to the other solar panel. Now, it's not to confuse everybody here, I got this adapter. It basically converts MC4 to Anderson, because the Solar Saga 100 requires an Anderson connector. That's what this big heavy cable is, an Anderson cable. So I'll just disconnect this here at the junction, plug it in there, and now I can plug this directly into my extension, which I have right now hooked up to the BougeRV panel. If I can get this apart. See the extension here, that's the MC4 cable which goes into the van. We have the adapter here, it goes to Anderson, then the Anderson goes into the Solar Saga 100. We got to do this quickly because this tree shadow up here is coming into the picture. Now as you can see here, the Solar Saga 100 It's only putting out a maximum of 51 watts. Now, again, look, if you look at the voltage here, the voltage is only 15 volts. It should be closer to 18 to 20 if it was getting perfect sun. So it's telling you that there's nothing wrong with the solar panel, but that the BougeRV actually does a little bit better with evening sun than the Solar Saga 100. Now I just plugged the BougeRV solar panel back in and it's back up to 69 watts. So let's go ahead and plug in one of my really good Renogy 100 watt rigid panels and see how that compares. There's the Renogy solar panel pointed at the sun. Let's see what the app says. 67 watts. It actually said 69 when I first plugged it in, and it dropped to 67. The controller is in MPPT charge mode, if you can see that down in the corner. So if it was in boost mode, it might get a little bit more. But you can see the voltage is just about the same. It's around 15.5 volts. That just shows you how strong the sun is right now. It's not very strong. So yeah, you would get 85, 90 watts in perfect sun. So what's the lesson learned here? The lesson learned is that this is actually a pretty good solar panel for being flexible. It rivals the Renogy rigid panel and actually outperforms the Solar Saga 100 in a one-on-one test. Now, this obviously can be used as a regular solar panel. You can put it on top of your RV or van. Since it is flexible up to 30 degrees, you can mount it around curves using things like Velcro or silicone or some kind of adhesive. You can do it that way. I wouldn't recommend mounting anything like this permanently. So these can be run in series and in parallel. We showed that here in this last test. Any of the adapters that you saw here that I used to do these tests can be found on hobotech.tv/Amazon. Go down to the solar section. You can see this solar panel there, and you can see the adapters I used. You can also see the MaxOak Bluetti with the promo code, and as well as the Jackery 500 promo code. So what's this baby cost? Now usually flex panels are about $2 a watt, meaning they're usually over 200 bucks for a 100 watt panel like this. However, BougeRV somehow used SunPower cells, which are the best in the industry, and still price this thing at $159.99. However, you can get 10 bucks off if you use my promo code HOBOTECH6 for 6% off, which equals about 10 bucks. You can get this for $150 and change out the door, and you saw how it performs. 150 bucks for this is actually a really good deal. SunPower wants $238 for the same solar panel, although they do offer a 5-year warranty with theirs. BougeRV offers an 18-month warranty. However, they're made with exactly the same cells, so why wouldn't this last longer? At 150 bucks, that makes this the cheapest SunPower cell solar panel on the market, at least on Amazon. So if you're interested in picking one of these up, the link and the promo code is in the description. So I hope you enjoyed the video of this flexible solar panel, and hopefully you learned something. If you did, be sure to give me a thumbs up. If you're not a subscriber already, you know what to do. That's it for now. Till next time.
Odin commands you to like and subscribe, and clean my litter box.
So they use an extra thick PET coating on this panel, unlike other panels. And PET stands for polyethylene terephthalate. So they use an extra thick PET coating on this, and PET stands for polyethylene So here we go, plugging it. Oops. I just pulled a Bob Wells. I just plugged the two leads together from the BougeRV panel. It's okay, it won't hurt it. Hey, thank you for watching our video. If you liked it, be sure to subscribe, share, and like. And we'll see you guys next time. Say hi, Odin.
Randolph Your Night RV Golf Guy, Joe Lazaro, hat.